My problem with the original list was it was doing too many things and wasn't consistent. And then I went to this list, which is much more consistent, but it isn't really doing things, is the problem. Like, the things you're doing are just not powerful enough. In Vintage, anyways. The fuck is this? Oh, it's Golos shops. Yo, fuck yo, sphere resistance. Through the underground CA. Not ideal. That's not good. I actually can't deal with that permanent, so not thrilled. Oh, I see. I wanted to use this so that I could fetch a basic forest and play a veteran explorer if I drew it. I think we're dead though. I think we're dead though. Opponent's gonna untap with a Forge and 4 mana, so I don't really know what we're gonna do here. Yes, Lavinia prevents opponent from using the Aluren. It does do that. It counters the opponent's spells. It's pretty sweet. Ooh. I do like the idea of Bant, but I you just should play Deathrite Shaman, so you're just 4-color again anyways. The problem that I was having was I couldn't fit Deathrite Shaman, Coatl, and snow-covered lands. It just didn't work. But maybe what we should do is put back Baleful Strix and play 4-color and just play a bunch of duels. Yeah, Forge is an absurd Magic the Gathering card that no one in their right mind would... Oh my god, a card's so... I'm gonna be honest, I think we've drawn all of the worst possible cards we could ever draw in our matchups where we like you don't want to draw Probe against Shops, you don't want to draw Abrupt Decay versus Dredge. I want to play Magic and show you guys the cool deck doing cool things. It's just not happening today. Like, my test leagues didn't go that poorly. My test leagues, I got to do a lot of fun things and play competitive matches, but oh boy, have I not had that experience today. Spyglass? Yeah, you see all my most powerful Magic the Gathering cards, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know. Not exactly the point. I think porting decks into Vintage from Legacy is really fun and an interesting challenge because the way decks are built in Legacy is entirely different from Vintage. You're just not trying to combat the same kind of things. So I think it makes for an interesting... Like, I'll show you guys... I mean, if you've seen the tweet, you've already seen my port of Death and Taxes. And the Death and Taxes list looks a lot different than J Cloud's Death and Taxes list. And maybe it's garbage, but I've had like decent test leagues with it. But it's completely different way of playing. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to play Baleful Strix on every turn and hope it's good enough. I mean, their Ancient Tombs are clocking them, which is always fun. They named Delta? What a jerk. Now the Black Lotus is going to help with their Ancient Tombs are clocking them issue here. I mean, I can't beat a single Stonecoil Serpent, really. So we got to hope they don't find one of those. A Golos, also a problem. A Crucible, also a problem. Karn? I don't know if a Karn is a problem. So, because I had double Misty, I couldn't fetch a Black Source, so I had to fetch a dual land, so I had to fetch all my dual lands. Maybe that's not the right way to go about that, but... Well, why does Academy Rector make the White Splash more reasonable? I just said Academy Rector was like not very good when we tested it. What did they get? Oh, they got a Worm Coil engine. Yeah, I also probably can't beat a Worm. Well, to cast Worm Coil engine, they need 7 mana, so they're gonna take 4 damage. I actually think we can beat a Worm Coil engine. The problem is, if I don't hit this Karn, then they can get a Lattice. But actually, we beat a Lattice too, just by attacking. So I actually think we just beat them by attacking their face. Is that a thing I can do here? What if they go to 6, they go to 2, they go to 3? What if I just play another Baleful Strix? Then I can hit the Karn for 1. And them to 7. They go from 7 to 3, and I have 3 flyers. I could Therapy the Worm Coil. That's fair. I guess that's a fair play. I'm just like trying to figure out, don't we win if they play Worm Coil? That's what I'm like. I don't actually think the Worm Coil matters, because I guess if they draw a Workshop, that would be the big problem. So like the biggest problem with not therapying is if they draw a Workshop, they get around the Ancient Tomb tax, and things becomes an issue. I don't think I care if they Lattice either, though. I'm winning with Strixes. I'm gonna just play more Strixes. I think I don't care. I think I don't care about Worm Coil or Lattice, which is a weird thing to say. And I could be wrong. I drew the 4th Strix. I could be wrong here, but I think this is correct. Obviously, I still can't beat a Walking Ballista, or I mean, if they have a Walking Ballista in their sideboard, we would just die. But I would have had to swing both Strixes at Karn to stop that, and I think that's wrong. I can't imagine that we can actually afford to swing both Strixes at Karn. Maybe if we went for the Therapy on Worm Coil line, we could swing both Strixes at Karn. Serpent's a problem. They can play Serpent as a 1/1, really. Serpent having pro multicolor is just some of the biggest shit I've ever seen. Don't like that. Don't like that. We could obviously... Oh, they found Workshop. So 3 mana, 5 mana. They still have to tap 1, 2, and then they go to 1. Okay, so we're going to have to make the Village Rites line if they go for a Worm Coil play. I can't believe they drew a Workshop off the top. Yikes. Not good for the home team. The second Sphere has been probably prohibiting for them, but also really prohibiting for me. We could have done some pretty silly things if there wasn't a Sphere. Not the silliest, but at least some things. Alright, let's see what opponent chooses to do. They have options. Plenty of options. It's currently looking like Worm Coil engine, which puts them at 1 away from lethal. So we're going to have to hope that they don't draw a Wasteland on their next turn. And we're going to have to Village Rites with a Baleful Strix. Alright, what are they getting off this Karn? That should be an interesting point, too. A cool thing is if they did have a Serpent, they can't use it. They got an Ensnaring Bridge. That card is... Well... Ensnaring Bridge. I might have to take that. But I can't because I don't have double black sources. Because they have a Needle Hawk. I mean, they won't be able to attack with their Worm Coil. That's not a bad card, but I can't cast it because of the Sphere. So I have to go for Village Rights play. That's my only option. Well, I had another option. I could have probed for 2 islands and tried to find my swamp, which is probably a play I should have done. They had a Stone Coil the whole time? You're wild, opponent. What? Opponent's wild. I can't believe they had a Stone Coil the whole game. Alright, alright, alright. So, if they have a Wasteland on top, we lose. But if they go for the Worm Coil play, and we fog it with Rights, and then they slam an Ensnaring Bridge and empty their hand, we can maybe start trying to go off, so... Okay, okay. Doesn't do very much. An island's a good draw, though, because an island does let us play the Aluren if we want to play the Aluren. So if opponent has to play the bridge. No, they don't have to play the bridge, actually, because we only have 2 Strix now. Fuck. They could just play a Stone Coil for 4, 5, and not play the bridge. Then we still have another Strix line, which is good. It lets us continue playing. They went to 1? Are you crazy? Why? You exiled an Emerald? Just cast it for free. You just cast it for free. It's mana neutral. They knew what they were drawing because they drew it with Forge. There's no combination of cards where they can't just play an Ensnaring Bridge here, right? I can't think of one. And they drew it with Forge, so if they knew they were going to lock themselves... But even if you have an Emerald on top, you cast Emerald off Jet, it's free mana, and then you get to look another card deeper. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, so we have a Force of Vigor. And Negations and Traps. A Leyline, if they're on Leyline. It didn't look like they were on Leyline Helm. The cards they hadn't played did not signify Leyline Helm. So typically you don't really want to probe, and you're not really a big fan of therapying shops. Which makes our deck real shit. Collector Oof is like okay, but not great. I don't really want to cut the whole Aluren combo, but maybe we're supposed to. And just try to bug them out. I didn't cut the Aluren combo when I played against... Did I cut the Aluren combo when I played against Meebo? I didn't. I killed them in... Yeah, no, I cut it. I actually cut it. I did cut it. I remember because they named Cavern Harpy twice, and I didn't have a Cavern Harpy in my deck. Not that they can ever know that. I don't know if that's right, though. Like, we could fit... Maybe we'll just board back into combo in game 3. I don't know. Try that. This is the kind of things you should figure out before you play your Vintage League. You should figure out, how am I going to board versus shops, PO, Dredge? Stormcaller, like, do you consider turn 1 therapy, turn 2 Stormcaller sack therapy a combo? Or do you call it that synergy? Because I think that's a combo. Yeah, this hand unfortunately does not have enough lands. If this hand had another land in it, I actually think that's perfectly fine, but this is okay, I guess. I'm gonna get rid of one of these village rights. La da 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 dee da da. Ooh, that's not a good start for the home team. Yeah, that's a hard card for us to beat. That's a hard card for us to beat. This just has protection from everything I want to do with my in life. Really real bad for us. Technically, we can block it with our Oof and Stormcaller. Haha, we are well prepared for the Ghost Quarter meta, though. Let me tell you, we are well prepared for the Ghost Quarter. We could draw 4 cards with Stormcaller here, which I kind of think is what I want to do with my life. Is this a combo? Do you consider this a combo? I think I want max basics. The nice part about, I mean, we definitely don't 100% win next turn. I took out all of our creatures. I took out all of the combo creatures. Maybe we can just Uro them. Sometimes Aluren Uro is just good enough. It actually has been just good enough a lot. Like, Aluren Uro has been pretty impressive for me anyways. I don't care, man. You do you, man. But I didn't want to play Collector Roof because I do think that the mana from Jet could be pretty important. It's kind of nice opponent didn't see any Veteran Explorers in game 1. So they don't think that we're on 6 basics, sorry. 6 basics. All right. I would like to draw 4 cards, please. Tally them up better than Ancestral Recall. Unless, of course, you Stormcaller and Ancestral Recall. In which case, it would not be better than Ancestral Recall. Okay. 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 Okay, we're going places. Drawing 4 cards, confirmed good. Okay, alright, okay. Do we force, though? Do we really want to just force a Vigor this one Stonecoil Serpent? I kind of do, actually. I don't think I need this Veteran Explorer. I might have wanted, if this was the plan, I might have wanted to do it in their upkeep, but I kind of wanted them to play another threat so I could get both threats. But hitting them in their combat phase means they can't use the Soul Ring because they didn't deploy a threat in the main phase. So they just have another Serpent. Okay, fair. See, this is the kind of thing where I wanted to... Ooh, Wasteland 2. Unfortunate. This is the kind of thing where I wanted to wait and get both of them with Force of Vigor, but... I think we should have taken 4. I agree, Matt. How was I supposed to know that they...
Should have taken Christ. 4.
Oh, holy, what a draw. What a CAD. What a play. Yo, blue cards are broken, chat. I need creatures, though. So, Alurening this turn doesn't seem particularly great when I can just double Ponder with a fetch land to crack in between. So... Oh, we can't learn. We don't have double green. Perfect. Played around it. You're totally right. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yes, chat. Yes. Yes. I can't make the misplay. It's fine. Ooh. Okay. I kind of want both of those. which is a little unfortunate because I lose value. How dare I draw all of the best cards? I do just want all of these cards though. I think a Stormcaller is another creature. Well, Stormcaller land, so I draw this, then I draw land, and then I draw. I don't know. Fuck it. I just want. I'm taking all these cards, and it doesn't really matter what order I take them in. I don't think. All right. So next turn. Oh, it does matter because I lose the third card down. I don't have to lose the third card down, actually. Yeah, I do have to lose the third card down. Okay, another Wasteland. I see you. Yeah, I'm going to lose that Delta, which I guess is fine. Or did I put the Stormcaller 3 cards down? I put the Stormcaller 3 cards down, didn't I? So should I crack away and not take this Delta? Okay, we're getting Wasteland locked. But I have an Abrupt Decay, so that's not the end of the world. Are you gonna Ghost Quarter me without knowing? No, I think we want this Polluted Delta. Because we're probably casting Uro, so we want to be able to put a land into play with it. Can I afford to make this play, or do I have to kill this Crucible right now? I can't, like... if I get a forest here... I definitely can't. I don't know if it's... It is less relevant. That is true. I mean, it's gonna be hard for us to get this Uro out of our yard, isn't it? If they, I guess they can't. If they double Ghost Quarter us, it's pretty bad for us. I guess I have an Emerald now, so that kind of is that this Emerald's a really good draw. I definitely don't want to play Collector Oof, but I will play Collector Oof just to double block this Serpent, I think. You cannot escape using Aluren unless I've been led astray. I cannot. Oh, wait. I now have Abrupt Decay mana for some reason, so I might as well. Thanks, opponent, for fixing my mana. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get rid of this Stone Coil because it blocks Uro forever. So yeah, it would be pretty good if you could do it. Oh, we won. Outstanding. Okay. So we lost to Crab and Pio. No, sorry. We lost to Crab and Dredge, and we beat Pio and Shops. Not bad. Beating Pio and Shops is good. The problem is the way we beat Pio and Shops was just by sideboarding in bug cards. The way we beat Pio and Shops was just sideboarding into bug. So not really on the back. I mean, the Uro, you know, it did some stuff there. Did we really beat Shops? Yeah, we did. You not see us do the beating?